What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel with another Raid Shadow Legends video. We have to talk. So I did my initial shard pulls, and as always, I decide to pull a few more, and stuff happens. So we're going to talk about what I pulled afterwards. I actually got two legendaries. So we're going to talk about them. All right. Hopefully y'all are ready. Let's get into it. All right, y'all. So let's get started. So I ended up pulling two legendaries. I pulled one from a sacred and I pulled one from an ancient. So this whole weekend, I've just been yoinking every ancient and every void shard that I get with hopes of just pulling a Geo, pulling Andressia, just pulling a Shamael, I just want them because I feel like it's just going to make it so much easier to pursue Hydra. So much easier. But instead, what did I get? Well, as you see, I went ahead and infused my Helicath just because I was doing some point stings. But as you see here, look at what I got. I got a Holst Ring. Now, Holst Ring has a very unique kit that I think with a little tweaking can allow him to be a solid legendary. Let's take a look at his kit. First hit there, attacks 2 times at random, places a 50% increased attack buff on the champion for 2 turns if this attack is critical. So that means that he can always have that increased attack up. I would love to see where this can't be removed. That way he's always doing more damage. But this is the part of the kit that falls off. Attacks 3 times at random, will ignore 25% defense against targets under Hex, will ignore a further 25% of defense against targets under Hex debuffs from the Bannerlords or Knight Revenant factions. So to me, when I look at this skill, it's on a 3-turn cooldown also. If it was on a 2-turn cooldown, then to me, it might feel a little bit better. And if there was something that allowed him to ignore 50% defense on bosses, that to me would be fantastic, because now you're just getting a triple hitter that's going to do some pretty, hopefully decent damage numbers. I've seen a couple of videos of people who excuse me, who decide to build them out and to test them, and it looks solid. So he can hit decently, but it just kind of falls on the wayside. Same thing here. Attacks 4 times at random, 75% chance, booked up to 100% chance of landing Hex for 3 turns, and goes down to a 4-turn cooldown. This is fantastic. But when I think about areas where this can be useful, the only place where it has some use is Hydra. And that's, of course, if that particular head is out there. But there's a random chance of me hitting that head. And then I can't steal turn meter from the Hydra bosses. But it does have that effect there. It also says Bannerlord or Knight Revenant, they can't resist this, so that's understandable. But each hit also has a 75% chance of stealing 25% of the target's turn meter, steals 50% if it's Bannerlord or Knight Rev. I think that it's cool that they're introducing that into the game, where there's certain individuals who are stronger against others, but there's just not enough meter juice to me with this, because just let it be an AoE Hex, and he puts a perfect veil on himself regardless. Like, it just, I don't want to build them. I do, but I don't, because there's other people who I can use over him. I can use Drokel. Excuse me. I can use Drokel. I can use this other guy over him, you know? Now he does have this. If this champion attacks 2 targets under Hex debuff during the same turn, places a perfect veil on this champion for 1 turn. Will not count counterattacks. Increases crit damage by 30% when attacking under a perfect veil. But the problem I have here is that there's no telling if I'm going to hit those targets that are under Hex. There's no telling. Within the same turn. Because maybe the Hex goes all into one person or only two people, and then I hit the other people instead. So this is where, to me, it's kind of a weird kit. I get the concept behind it. Maybe they didn't want to make it too strong, but I think there definitely has to be a definite rework to his kit for him to be something that other people will use. And to me, I mean, yes, I know he has debuffing functions, but let him have a all hitter there. If you want to leave this at random, okay, but at least let the Hex be just an all hitter. Then that way now you can start pairing him with other teams, and he can be that person that finishes off ads in like the Doom Tower. So say you're running something like Thea the Tomb Angel, you're running Rurel, you can run him and then run your two protection champs, and bam, you're completely nuking down in Doom Tower now at this point. So I don't know. When I look at his kit, it's okay. It's okay, and it's okay. All right, and the other person who I got, now him, I got out the Sacred War Mama. I was not close to pity whatsoever. I was not close to pity whatsoever. I'm wanting a Geo, but instead, I got War Mama. Now, she has a really cool kit. So she has the attack enemies 2 times. Each hit places a 50% decreased attack. So it's a guaranteed on our A1. Fantastic A1. Wonderful. Then here, we get to the attack all enemies, places a bomb detonation on them for 2 turns, and the bomb damage increases by 100% against bosses. That means that I can use her definitely for Bommel, which I know a lot of people are using her for Bommel. So she's definitely somebody who I want to build out. It's also on a 3-turn cooldown there, which is nice. And then here, attacks all enemies and instantly detonates all bomb debuffs if his champion is under an increased attack buff. So it's pretty easy. You just bring an increased attack person. I think about bringing Arbiter, bringing in War Mama, and then bringing in Gaius. And then surrounding kind of the team with other stuff. Maybe even bringing in Lord Cesar. And then just kind of like one more protection champ at that point. And just go to town. Just go to town. She also has a faction crypt ore for 65% increase. So this is cool. She wasn't necessarily what I was looking for, because I'm specifically looking for Hydra hitters, because I would love to get our clan through hard Hydra so we can keep going and pumping out and getting into brutal Hydra and going forward. But as of right now, it's a really big gear check for me on my account. So I've got to get back in there and grind out the dungeons. But I also have to grind out the dungeons so that I can get the War Mama stuff. Like, even for me now, I'm like, okay, how do I build her? Of course, I want to make sure she has plenty of accuracy. So my first initial thought is plenty of attack and plenty of accuracy, and having decent speed on her so that she can go. Yeah, seems like that'll be a solid, at least an initial start there. If you guys have another thought as far as what sets I should be building War Mama in, let me know down in the comments. But either way, these are the 2 legendaries that I got. I don't know. Sometimes they just drop. The legendaries are dropping like crazy on my account. So maybe they're going to drop like crazy on your account. Hopefully you guys are also up and ready for CVC. We got that going in about 16 hours. We'll see what we're able to do here. I think my clan is definitely going to go in a little bit more tough. We probably have a couple of people that's going to do the 250 plus in TVC. I am definitely looking forward to it. So we're going to be going in hard. So hopefully CVC works out really well for you all. Again, 2 legendaries for me. They're brand new. One of them is kind of somebody that I don't think I'm going to build, but War Mama is definitely somebody who I think can be beneficial, especially working in Doom Tower. So hopefully you all have a fantastic rest of the day. Leave a like, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching my video. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day, and peace.